you have been on my advanced profit share class in the past? I know Andrew, you were. Anybody else? Some of you were on the advanced profit share. We've got a lot of people on the call, but nobody's showing their screen. You're all kind of like incognito today. So I apologize that we missed a couple of months in December, January, and February. I think you all know that my husband passed away, and he had pancreatic cancer. And in December, we had a little return of his pancreatic cancer, and we were dealing with that. And unfortunately, on January 14th, he passed away. So I apologize for the fact that we have not been able to kind of get our group together. But we're back and we're ready to go. And so I kind of want to learn from you guys, because I think most of you, if not, have been part of the class before. And I've got an idea that I'd like to do to kind of get us reignited with some things. And so I kind of just like to get restarted again and give you guys some ideas. And then also I want you to kind of tell me, what would you like to learn today on this, so we make sure that we're bringing you the value. So what is it that you guys would like to learn today? So as far as advanced profit share, and do we need to go back to the basics, or what would be important to you? So who wants to kind of like open up and talk about this? This is, I want this to be, rather than me talking, guys, I want this advanced profit share class to be very mastermindful. In other words, I want you to really, I want a mastermind. So we're really helping you build and answering the questions on the things that are going to be the most important to you. So that's why I really want to have your thoughts on this. So what would you guys like to talk about today? Open up, guys. This is for you guys to learn about profit share, getting really, really great at it. What would you guys like to learn? The basics I knew. All right, so the basics I knew, that would be in the profit share class, but that we just did. So Michelle, were you on that class on the profit share?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. So what I'm going to encourage you to do next month is attend our profit sharing class, because this is advanced profit share. So
Okay.
once you kind of have been through the basic profit share class, then you can come to the advanced profit share. And this is where we talk more about, people that already understand it, or that are learning it, or that have learned it, and they kind of want to grow their profit share tree.
Okay.
So, but say you're welcome to stay on this, and you're just gonna kind of learn what people are doing that are already getting profit share. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my screen, and I want to go back and I want to show you guys how profit share is earned, because I think this is really, really important. Because there's still a lot of misinterpretation of how profit share is earned. So I went back to the slide here on the PowerPoint. Let me see. That kind of talks to you about how profit share is earned. So I want to start with this, and then I'm going to go to my profit share. I'm going to go to one of my profit share statements, and I want to give you guys an idea as to how you can build your profit share. Okay. Ashley, are you recording this? All right, very good. So when you have your market center, in your market center, everybody has GCI. That's called gross commission income. And when you have gross commission income, that goes into the market center, and that is what the market center uses to be able to pay their bills. But what happens is that the market center only gets a certain portion of that. That's called, I like to call it your contribution, but in your terms, you may call it your split. So what happens is that if you're contributing to company dollar, which means you haven't capped yet, you may be contributing 10%, 20%, 30% of your of your GCI towards your cap. That's called company dollar to a market center. So let me give you a scenario. Let's just say that you're at a market center and you had a commission, and your commission was $10,000. The market center would have many agents contributing that. So then they might get $900,000. I think that would be like 90 people contributing $10,000. Make sense? Now, because we are a capping company, we pay out. We don't get to keep we don't charge everybody 30% or 20%. Because some of you are capped, we pay out at 100%. So we don't get to keep that entire $900,000, or we don't get to collect, I should say, a split or any company dollar on that entire 900,000. We only get to collect a split on, or a percentage of what we call is paid on GCI. So if we paid out 400,000 because you've capped, we only have $500,000 of GCI we've brought in, and if we collected 30% from every agent, we would be collecting $150,000 to be able to pay our bills. Okay. So this is where your profit share calculation comes from. It's based off of the contributions that an agent is making to the market center based on their company dollar. And then we come up with a factor, and that factor is how we determine the profit share. So, for instance, if this is agent A, and agent A had a $10,000 commission, I don't know why my little pointer, there it goes, a $10,000 commission, and we actually collected 30% or $3,000, we would bring in $3,000. So through all the contributions of all the people that gave us company dollar, we would collect $150,000, or 30% of 500,000 is 150,000. So that's where that number comes from. That's called our company dollar. That's what we use to pay our bills. So if the market center had bills of 90,000, and those would be bills for like the team leader, the MCA, the rent, the utilities, all the staff, everything that you guys get to be able to build your business, the market center has to pay for that. And so that would be $90,000, which would leave $60,000 in profit. Well, because we're a profit sharing company, the broker doesn't get to keep, or the owner of that franchise, the OP, doesn't get to keep all that money. So what happens is we give a percentage of that back to profit share, and it's generally about 52-48. So 48% of that stays with the, about 52% of that goes to the OP, or the people that own the market center, and the other $28,000 will go to the profit sharing. So you have to remember, that's kind of like you, I like to say that it's kind of like you having a $10,000 commission and you giving about $5,800 of that, that you get to keep $5,800 of that, and that you have 28 that you're going to give about, what would that be? $2,800 to the people on your team. So you got to think about the fact that this is that what the market center is doing is giving away part of their profits to all of you for helping the market center grow. Now, the way that we calculate the factor is one way, but there's kind of like it's the same either way. We're going to take this $10,000 commission, and if we were to divide it by the $500,000 that was our GCI, we would get a 0.02 factor for the profit sharing pool. Okay. If we took the $3,000 of the 150, it's still 0.02 of the profit share pool. So let me explain to you how that works. Okay. In this particular case, there was $28,000 that was paid out in profit share. Now, if I was the agent that had this commission, and Ashley, my ROM, was my sponsor, Ashley is going to get into my profit share pool 0.02% of this $28,000. So in my profit share pool, because I did the transaction, there's going to be $560 put in the profit share pool. Now, because Ashley brought me in, she's going to get 50%, or $280 of that profit share. The next person that came in would get 10%. The next person would get 5%, 7.5%, 10, and 12.5%. The reason that it goes up is because those are the people typically that have been in the profit share system longest and kind of got it initiated to begin with. So it's really just kind of it's weighted. So you're going to see here, if I go back to a couple of profit share statements, you're going to see how it's weighted to be able to have everybody benefit from people being in the system the longest. Okay. So this is how profit share is calculated. Now, I want to remind everybody, we don't expect you to explain this. We don't expect you to teach this necessarily to somebody that you're trying to recruit or bring in. We don't even encourage the team leaders to teach this. This is what's taught in a profit share class, but it's not anything that needs to be taught to an agent or anything. So don't think that this is something that you have to get memorized to be able to teach somebody, to recruit somebody. In fact, we don't even want you talking about this as little as possible. This is why you come to a profit sharing class, to be able to learn this. Okay. So just as a reminder, I'm going to kind of show you some slides here. So this was Linda McKissick's profit share. So as you can see, Linda's got 27. Oh, it looks like I got a question. So let me see here. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Bye bye. Okay. All right. So as you can see, Linda McKissick here has 27 people in her first line. And you can see these 27 people brought in these people, brought in these people, brought in these people. And this is where we have that weightedness. So people on this first line get 50%, 10%, 5, 5, 7.5, 10, and then 12.5%. This is how that line works, okay? And you can see the majority of the profit share is paid out, so it's weighted. And you can see the people that have been in the profit share tree sometimes the longest, or that have helped bring people in. It's not that that's where it's paid out, where you get your earnings from. It's not that they earn more necessarily, but it's weighted out. So this is how your profit share tree grows. Okay. You can see somebody like Linda McKissick that only has 27 people in her first line, has earned last year in 2019, she earned 800,000. I believe she earned about the same thing in 2020. So I just want to show you the opportunities that people have. I always show mine, and mine is not as significant, but it's still $30,000 a year. I think it was 36,000 this year. I only have 9 people on my first line. So you can earn a significant amount of profit share without having a lot of people, but you can see that the majority of my profit share I earn from people that are on my various levels here. Okay. Now, the reason I'm showing this to you is because I wanted to take you to something that I think is really important as to how you can build your tree. So let me go here to my profit share statement. This is uber important, and I found out actually that some of the MCAs were not. Hopefully, someday this won't have to come from the MCA. You guys can just get this on your own as we get more savvy with our technology. But every month, if you have if you have a tree, you should be getting a statement that looks very similar to this. And what this is you can see this is my sponsor, Monroe Carr. This was his wife, who's since passed away, Holly Carr. Ken Huback, Susan Huback, Jan Ritchie, Mike Brody, and Darren Gribble. Okay. Now, this is my tree. And actually, I've had people that have left this tree here, and because Darren and Michael were not, Darren and Mike Brody were not actually in this level, and so I've had some people that were in this tree somewhere that left that moved everybody up. Here's their phone numbers. This tells me how much profit share I've earned. So you guys, and if I was a producing agent, it would give you my information there too. But you should all be getting these statements. If you're not getting these statements, I want you to go to your team leader. Excuse me, I want you to go to your MCA and ask them. You're welcome, Donna, and ask them for a copy of your profit share statement. These come out on the 21st of every month, and you should be getting these either by email, putting them in your box, whatever. If you're not getting it, make sure you're getting it. Now, these here, you see here, this starts with level 1. I have people on this starts with level 2. I have people on my level 1, but my level 1, I didn't have anybody produce this particular month. So nothing is showing up for my level 1. This is not going to have everybody in your level. It's going to have anybody that you collect, that you get paid from profit share on for that month. Okay. So in level 2, Scott Johnson, who produced, he produced, and his company dollar was $58.91. I got $99. Okay. Jennifer, there was $5.93. You can see here, 21.69. Now this is Lori Gurton, and actually Lori was a team leader that I recruited in Jacksonville. And so this is her sister, I think, because Lori's on my first line and Virginia Gurton is her sister. So I think, so actually, this is somebody where Lori came in, named me as her sponsor, and then Virginia must be her sister. And so I'm getting profit share from her sister. Okay. You can see here, these are the market centers. So this is 746. I have no idea where Central 75, that's in Texas. You got to remember, I was a team leader in Texas for a while. And so I have people that knew me or from my tree or whatever when I was a team leader there. So this person here, and it might only been 1 or 2 people because I didn't do a lot of heavy duty recruiting when I was a team leader. I only brought in a few people because I was recruiting for my agents mostly, but I did bring in a few people. So these are people that I'm still getting profit sharing from. Okay. So Central 75 is in Texas, Frisco, Jacksonville, St. Augustine. So these are all people that I'm getting profit share from. Little Rock, because I was the OP of Little Rock. So you can see I've got some profit sharing from Little Rock. Orlando Southwest, somebody from here. Plano, Frisco, Jacksonville. I mean, you can see we're on Daytona Beach. Rockwall, that's in Texas. Little Rock. I have some people that are in different Allen, Rochester, Michigan. Like, where did that person come? South Ogden, where did that person come from? Do you see what I mean? These are people that are on my level 4 and 5 that were recruited by people that were recruited by people that were recruited by people. So I don't even know where some of these people came from, and I don't even know who some of these people are. And that's the point that I want to talk to you about. Okay, so if you can see here, people on my second level, I have their phone number right here, and I have their email right here. What if you were to take this list, and these are people that are in your tree, you're earning profit share from. What if you were to take this list and you said, I want to help these people that are in my tree build their profit share tree? Because if you help people in your tree build their tree, you're going to get more profit share. And now you're coming from contribution. Even if you just created a mastermind of creating and helping somebody with their business, and maybe you got together and did lead generation together, maybe you did scripts and skills and scripts together, maybe you got together and did database management together, maybe you're teaching them thing about inviting them to classes at your market center and they can zoom in now, and you're coming from contribution to people that are in your tree. And then at the same time you're saying, hey, why don't you invite somebody else to this mastermind? And then they have an agent that's at another company and they invite somebody to this mastermind, and that person ends up coming in and naming somebody in your tree. Your profit sharing is going to grow. Does that make sense to everybody? So now you're coming from contribution and you're really helping agents not only be more successful, which will help your profit share grow because they'll do more business. And at the same time, you're helping them build their tree, and in helping them build their tree, they will build your tree and you'll get more profit sharing. Now, I know this takes a little more work and being purposeful about it, but you know what? This is something you could do once a month. You could do it once a quarter. And by the way, if you did something once a month, you know what we teach is we teach the 6 personal perspectives, and when we teach the 6 personal perspectives, we talk about actually coming from getting to mastery of something, and you get to mastery of something by teaching something. So if you were to have a mastermind once a month with people in your tree, and maybe you have people that are in your market center, and you got on there and you said, guys, let's mastermind about scripts. How do we get more listings? Or maybe database management, or maybe you just had lead generation, everybody call at the same time, whatever it might be. You know what? Your business is going to grow. Not only will your profit share grow because you're helping other people, but your business will grow too because you're getting more purposeful and you're mastering what you need to do in your business. Okay. This is what advanced profit share is all about. It's all about coming up, well, answering your questions first of all, but coming up with other solutions and ideas to help you get better at what you do. So those are my kind of like 2 things that I wanted to talk to you about today, because I want to make sure that you're getting this. If you're not getting this, Ernst or Gita, Ernst, I see you on the call today. Are you getting your profit share statement every month? Just shake your head. Yes.
Yes, I do. I do.
So you've got a pretty healthy tree. Imagine that you were to do something like that and call people or help people or do whatever and grow their business or get people to bring in people that have already brought in people. Can you imagine how your profit share could grow?
Yes.
How much profit share do you guys get on an annual basis? Isn't it like close to $50,000 or something?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So good job on that. So this might help your profit share grow more. When you go to the very bottom, guys, you're going to see the production by various levels. Okay. And then you can see all the people and how much actually was there, the production that was done, the profitability of what was shared, and then or the profitability from a profit share, and then the commissions and the different things and how it was all calculated. So you can see how your profit share was calculated. Okay. All right. So now the idea of this is just as another reminder, we've shared this with you before, but uh, this is something here. Oh, that was now that wasn't what I wanted to share with you. What can profit share do? I just want to remind you, I have this, and this is something, and Ashley puts these in your Google Drive that you all have access to do this, and you know, uh, Gerda, Gita and Ernst, Gita and Ernst earned about $50,000 in profit sharing, or I think that you guys said that you had like $1,500 one month and 1,300, one of those numbers. So guys, what I want to remind you, if you're earning $1,500 or $2,000 a month in profit share, that's the equivalent at 2% interest of about having 900,000 or $1 million in the bank. So the way I calculate that, if you had $1.2 million in the bank at a 2% interest rate, that's $24,000 a year. Well, $24,000 a year divided by 12 is $2,000 a month. So if you're earning close to $2,000 a month in profit share, that's like having $1.2 million in the bank. Now, what I talk about is that you have to have a lot of income after taxes to be able to have $1.2 million saved in your bank account at 2% interest. Or even if you had it in an annuity or a stock account or something, okay? And that's subject to kind of wavering from time to time. If you get $500 a month in profit share, that's like having $300,000 in the bank. Even if you just get $150 a month in profit share, that's like having $100,000 in the bank. A lot of people don't have that kind of money in the bank, guys. So it's really, profit share can be so beneficial to you to be able to help you build your wealth. Now, just to give you another example of that, to save that kind of money, to save 500,000 or $1 million, let's just say that your annual business profit or salary was $100,000. And you were to save 10% of that, you would be saving $10,000 a year. It would take you 50 years to get to $100,000, or excuse me, $500,000. It would take you 100 years to get to $1 million. And I just showed you, by bringing people over, you could get the equivalent of having that much money in the bank almost immediately, just by helping your market center grow. By helping your market center grow, it helps you grow. It helps you become wealthy. And this can be, like I said, this can continue on. It can be left to your will or your estate or whatever you choose to leave it to. So those are my 2 or 3 things today to get us kind of like kick back off again and started. But you have all of these things. Ashley, on the advanced profit share, do you have this to give to them? Ashley, we'll make sure that all of these things are provided to you. Okay. 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 And because we've got the Gary Keller video, their freedom number, these are all some things that we've worked on. We're going to work on these again when we have our profit share class. We'll get started with our profit share numbers again, our freedom workshop, our freedom number. We'll start working on all those things again to kind of get us restarted. But what I want to know is, because again, this isn't me teaching you. This is you all kind of masterminding and learning from each other. So I want to know, what is it that we can do to help you? Do you want to work on some scripts, some dialogues, some objections? What is it that you need to be able to, that we can help you with advanced profit share? I'm going to kind of go through the group, and I want to ask you a question. If you would just go off mute and ask me. Andrew, you've taken our profit share class before, so you know, right?
I do.
What can
what I'd like to bring up is I joined the Linda McKissick group, the Profit Share Mastery group. And that is probably one of the biggest takeaways you can take from profit share. She does it at a very high level. She's extremely good at it. And just investing in that course will help you grow your profit share tree. Because I started sending out emails. I started sending out links to not only the regular profit share course you teach, Georgia, but there are other profit share courses that are out there to get my tree engaged, which is extremely critical if you're going to grow your profit share tree. Because I recruit to help my agents grow their profit share tree. So if I want to grow mine, I got to do something different.
Exactly. And I gave you, make sure that you're getting that statement from Kim every month that I showed you.
We do.
And
We
you
do.
see that's got the email address and it's got their phone number. So that's a great way. And Andrew, to grow your market center, I would take that idea and build there you go. I would take that idea and build a profit share group in your market center.
That is exactly what Linda McKissick said too. I actually got it on my calendar. So
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Awesome. All right. So who else wants to share? So I want to make sure that everybody, if you haven't taken the regular profit share class, make sure that you go and take the regular profit share class, because that's where you learn the basics and then you get prepared for the advanced profit share. Okay. So
Yep.
who else? Hey, Craig, I see you there. Are you there? I see your handsome picture, but I don't see you. Are you there, Craig Wilburn? So I actually helped bring Craig Wilburn in. There he is.
I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, just driving, so got it on mute and everything. heading to Tampa, South Tampa, to go speak to a market center down there.
Awesome. Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Craig, you're pretty active in profit share. What can I help you with? What kind of questions do you have?
I like these ideas and everything. I hit my 18,000 a year number last year, which was a goal of mine that I set for myself. That I wanted to make sure that I basically paid my cap through my profit share and achieve that goal. So now it's just about building it more. So I'm going to get real intentional about adding some people. I've not done anything intentionally about helping other people who are already in my downline, in my family, to make their business better, or help them increase their own profit share. So we do it on our team a lot. I help people on my team bring people in, and we're having some conversations about that right now.
Well, so I don't. You were driving, so you may not have seen that statement. But do you get that statement from your MCA every month, Chris?
Oh yeah, every month I keep those. I have them.
So then, when you look at that statement, Craig, it's got the phone number and it's got the email address. So if you were to have a mastermind every month with the people in your tree, you'd number one be helping the people in your tree make more money, which will make you more money through profit share. But then if you also bring another component to them to say, let me help you build your profit share and get your own $18,000, you're going to be your profit share is going to grow too.
Agreed.
Okay. That's just a way that
Good.
we're really coming from contribution and giving back, And, Craig, I know you're on our, help us run our diversity equity task force. I would love to have, for our task force, a special wealth building class for them. Because I would love for them to be able to teach this to them so they can learn as well. We tried that one other time, and I'd love to get that started up again.
I'm game.
Okay. All right, let's make that work. So awesome. All right, so Mary, Jessica, Robin, Kitty. I see two Robins there. Well, that's the same Robin. Tara, Joni, what can I help you guys with?
Hello, Georgia. This is Robin and Robin again.
Robin, I see you on there twice. So what can I help you?
I'm sorry. I had to use both computers.
That's okay.
So I guess for me is the conversation to open with another agent.
Sure. And now, has this an agent that has done deals with you in the past?
Yes.
Okay. So are you ready?
Yes.
I'm going to role play it with you, and then you give me objections that you might be concerned that somebody will give you. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Robin, this is Georgia. How are you?
Hi, Georgia. How are you?
Awesome. Hey, you know what? I just wanted to call and say thanks for being a great agent and doing transactions with me in the past.
Well, thank you.
You're really amazing. I was telling my team leader about you the other day, how great you are, and they're going to call and thank you for doing business with us too.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hey, you know what? We've got a great calendar, an event coming up on our training calendar. I'm not sure if you're like most agents, but they're kind of suffering with listings right now. Could you use some more listings?
Yes. I
send you a link to our calendar, and I'd love for you to attend that class. Okay.
Okay. When is the class?
It's next week at 3:00 on Wednesday.
I don't know if I can make it at 3:00. Do you have another time?
Well, you know what? That's okay, because if you can't make it, I'll just keep you, I'll just keep you informed about all the training we've got over here. Okay.
Oh, you have that much training?
Yeah, we got a lot of training. Do you get a lot of training at your company?
We have a little bit of training.
Well, you know what? That might be something that you want to talk to my team leader about. So when they call, just ask her to tell you about all the training and how we're helping everybody grow their business and everything. Okay. And if you want to sit down and talk to me about how it's helped me grow my business, do you want to have lunch sometime?
Well, lunch sounds great. I don't know if I may want to talk about business like that, but I'd love to have lunch though.
Okay, awesome. Let's just have lunch then.
That sounds great. You just let me know when.
All right. What about let's see, what about this Friday around noon or 11:30? Does that work for you?
Let's try early part of next week.
Early part. Okay, I'll give you a call. By the way, if I get some listings, I need some buyers. I'm going to be calling you to be able to maybe help me find some buyers, and hopefully you'll do the same thing because I love working with you. Okay.
Absolutely. I enjoyed working with you as well.
Great, Robin. You have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Now, Robin,
Thank you.
that was just a conversation.
Yes,
We
I
get
got
in
that.
our head that we have to recruit people,
Hmm.
and I don't want you recruiting people.
Right.
All you do is call and thank them for doing business with us.
Okay.
Let them take the conversation someplace else. Now, Robin, I'm going to do the same thing again. And what I want you to do is I want you to say, Georgia, I don't want to be recruited. So I love you, but I don't want to be recruited. I want you to do that. Okay.
Okay.
So, hey, Robin. Hi, this is Georgia. How are you doing?
Hey, Georgia, I'm doing great.
Well, I was just calling because I was going through my database and you're just such a great agent. And I was telling my team leader about you the other day and she's probably going to call you and thank you for doing business with us. So I just want to make sure that you knew she was calling to thank you.
Okay, but I really don't want to be recruited.
Okay, no problem. I understand. So, hey, let me ask you a question and then go into something else.
Hmm. Okay.
You guys don't have to defend that. Just say, okay, I understand.
Hmm.
Robin and everybody else, we're not trying to recruit people. We're trying to build a relationship. Andrew, isn't that what Linda McKissick teaches everybody? It's about building the relationship. The relationship equals value equals opportunity. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So get out of our head that we're recruiting people. I want you to get into your head that you're building relationships.
Right. Okay.
And then Robin, go tell
Yes.
your team leader. Who's your team leader?
Um, uh, Benjamin
Okay, so
Udall,
you're out in Orange Park or Jack's Mandarin.
Mandarin. Yes.
So then what I want you to tell your team leader is just say, hey, Benjamin, I just want to let you know I just talked to, this would be me, right, doing it right.
Hmm.
I just want to let you know I spoke to Robin and I told her that you're going to call her and thank her for doing business, but she doesn't want to be recruited. So just thank her for doing business and invite her to some classes. But I just want to let you know that she doesn't want to be recruited. So you might want to address that and just say that up front. Like, I know you don't want to join us, but Robin said you were great. And I just wanted to call and say thanks for doing business. And let Benjamin know up front and communicate with him. Because Robin, this is what I said on the last call. Our team leaders are going to call people whether you're giving them a name or not.
Okay.
So,
Mhm.
so was that an aha for you?
Yes.
Because the thing is that if you're not giving our team leaders names,
Hmm.
if you're not giving our team leaders names, guess what? The team leader is going to be making cold calls.
Well, okay. Hmm.
So you might as well give the name to him because otherwise
Right.
he's going to be calling whether you do
Hmm.
it or not, and then that person will come over and they'll name somebody else as a sponsor because you were not directly active in giving him a name. Does that make sense?
Right. Yes, it does. A lot of
If
sense.
there's any big takeaway that you guys get out of this today, and Andrew, you're one of the team leaders on here. I think that's the biggest thing. You weren't on my other, and I know you weren't, but that's okay. But Andrew, what I talk to people about is that the people in my call is, I said the agent, the team leader sphere of influence is their agent population, and
Correct.
you need to let your team leader, you need to let your agents know. Just say, guys, here's the thing. I'm going to give away profit share. Now, $150,000, $200,000 this year. Now, here's the thing. If you don't give me the names of people I'm going to be calling them anyway because that's my job. You're my sphere of influence. So I want you to think about it this way. If you have a database of clients and you're not calling them, then some agent that's farming in a neighborhood where your client lives is calling and building that relationship, and they're going to get the listing because you haven't called your sphere of influence. It works the same way.
Exactly.
So Andrew, I'm going to say, talk to your people and say, look, guys, you're my sphere of influence. I get names to grow this company from you. If you don't give me the names, I have to cold call. If I have to cold call, that means you're not going to get it as a referral. And they're not going to name you as their sponsor.
I agree 100%, Georgia. That's my ALC script.
Right.
That's the new business center we just opened up. It's full. You know why? Because they need the introductions to me to other agents to bring them in, because I'd rather have them do it than me do it first, but I'm going to do it either way.
And that's what you need to tell them. Just say, guys, that's my job. But my job is to build your profit share tree. My job is to grow the market center. But my job is to grow the profit market center through you, not around you.
But they have to help.
Yeah.
They have to do their part. That's it.
Right. So, all right, awesome. Anything else, guys? Has this been beneficial to you? Mary, Robin, has this been beneficial? Kitty, Jessica?
Yes, very much so. Thank you.
Mary or Jessica, Joni, you guys out there? Jessica, I'm brand new to profit share. I've not taken the other class yet that you mentioned. I will. Awesome, Jessica. So thank you for at least paying attention and reading the emails that come through. We're going to get another class in April. And so then you're going to be able to see the profit share class. Actually, we don't have that link ready yet, do we, Ashley? With the, you can go to our agent hub. What is it called? No, I'm sorry. I got so many things in my head. KW North Florida. Write this down. Ashley's going to put it in the chat. KW North Florida is our website. When you go to KW North Florida, then you can scroll down and you can go to the KW North Florida YouTube channel. Sorry, YouTube channel. Okay. And when you click on the YouTube channel, you have all the things that we've been teaching. Now there's 3 YouTube channels, one for KWU, one for Keller Williams Realty, and one for KW North Florida. When you click on the KW North Florida, you will see profit share classes that I've taught. So if you guys want to go and watch the video on any of these things, you can catch the video. We'll upload that video I did today, probably here within the next, by the end of the day probably, or at least by tomorrow morning, and then you can watch that video of what I just taught. And Jessica says, I can't wait to share that script with our agents. Yes. So that's awesome. So thank you. Jessica, what market center are you in? What, like I said, Gainesville. Awesome. So you're there with Craig. That's great. And Wiki. Great. Unfortunately, I have to go. Thank you. Okay, awesome job. All right. Let's see. I've not taken. Okay, very good. So you're Craig's director on his team. So awesome. So Craig, you're Jessica Thompson. That's awesome. Jessica, Craig needs a lot of help. I can say that because Craig and I go back a long way, and I've been. She says we're working on it. Ha ha. All right, guys. Is there anything else I can help anybody with? And Craig's going like lots of laugh, laugh out loud. He knows. Hey, he does an amazing job. You're so lucky to be on Craig's team, and he's fortunate to have somebody like you, Jessica. So awesome. Very blessed. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you being on the call today, and make sure that you watch in April for the next class that I'm going to have for profit share. Stay on our advanced profit share class. Andrew, great job on getting into Linda McKissick's, and we're going to encourage everybody to do that. We'll be getting that information and sending it out to others as well. So thank you, guys. Have a great week. Thanks for everything you do. Go, grow, and grow your profit share. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Georgia. Bye.